The biggest reason for my pigeon chest progress. In this video today, I want to continue a series I actually started back in 2020, and I'm back now from my YouTube hiatus to give you part 3 of how to fix your pigeon chest, or in other words, pectus carinatum. So I'm going to link parts 1 and 2 in the description of this video. And before we get into this, I want you to like and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe to the channel and share this with anybody else you know who is struggling with a similar condition. So if you've come to this video and you feel that your pigeon chest isn't so severe that you need to get some other kind of treatment from a doctor or something like even kind of surgery, and you want to do what you can to manage it and improve it on your own, then this is the video for you. So in my early years of my training journey, I got so obsessed over the pigeon chest. And in a way, in a big way actually, it held me back from moving forward and making progress overall and in the area that I cared about when I started. And what I mean by this is I was so obsessed with my left side, which is my pigeon chest side, feeling different to my right. Every movement I did, it has to feel the same, otherwise I'm not going to progress. It has to feel the same, otherwise I'm not going to progress. That movement doesn't feel good, so I do bench press or something like that. It'd be like, oh, it feels different, or my shoulder blade starts to feel weird. And all of these little things, I just obsessed over them. I went to see multiple physios, and I came to the same conclusion every single time. As long as you have full range of motion, without pain, and the strength is near enough the same, there might be a bit of a strength deficit, then you are good to go. And what I mean by that is you should focus on the basics as your foundation, okay? And the basics are you want to be training all the muscles in your body at least twice a week as a standard, okay? And you want to be making sure you're giving enough volume to each body part so it will actually grow. And so that amount of volume starts at about 8 to 10 sets. That's like the bottom end of your weekly volume. And then it can go all the way up to 20 or even as many as 30 sets, but a good range is 10 to 20 sets, okay? So you want to be hitting all of your body parts at least twice a week and doing anywhere between 10 and 20 sets per body part. Start on the lower side and then you can add sets as you go to see what is the right amount for you, okay? But the reason this is so key is you will start to make progress all over your body, and one amazing thing will happen. You will start to care less and less about your chest not looking perfect. And this happened to me. Now I care more about the progress I can actually measure in all the parts of my body rather than just this very specific area. Now my chest is still a focus area for me. I focus a lot of my weekly volume on my chest, but I do not neglect my pulling muscles like my upper back and my lats and things like that. And I definitely don't neglect my lower body either. And it just gives you so much to feel confident about, because when you set yourself a goal, especially when it's a SMART goal, it's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's realistic, and it's time-bound. As you start to move towards that goal in little steps, you get those little wins along the way, and that really boosts your confidence. And all of these things are an amazing distraction away from the reason you started. And one thing you come to realize is you're never going to look perfect. You're never going to look like that Instagram model you see, because you look like you. And it's about making the small incremental changes you can make in the right direction, which are going to fuel your confidence, make you feel better to go outside, to take your top off, if you're on a beach or something like that, because the rest of your body is going to take over. And you probably saw in the thumbnail for this video, on the left-hand side, or maybe, on one side, on the left-hand side, is when I was, at my skinniest, right when I first, thought about doing something about it, and it started to really be prominent. And then the other image on the right side of the screen is taken from last summer, and that's just a picture of me now, and you can see what condition I'm in. Now, my chest is still uneven. I want to be clear. You can never make your pectus fully go away unless you do seek some kind of surgery or some other kind of prescribed treatment by a specialist. So I always advise speaking to a doctor to discuss your options. But like I said at the start of the video, if you've been down that road and actually you've determined yours is not that severe, like mine wasn't so severe, I've seen a lot more severe cases. Like I said, if you've got complete range of motion without pain in your affected side, and the strength difference is not massive, and even if the strength difference is a bit bigger, again, if you've got complete range of motion and no pain, pursue the basics, work on improving all the areas of your physique. You can have an emphasis on your chest because that is the area you want to build up, especially that affected side. And keep in mind what I said from video number 1 and video number 2, which you can watch in the description. But make sure you do not forget the foundation, you don't forget the basics, and celebrate those wins. So I'm just going to remind you one last time, like the video if this was helpful. Please share with anyone else who you know is struggling with this. And please subscribe to the channel because I'm back. I'm going to aim to do a video once every 2 weeks or maybe once every week. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.